How's life? How do we talk to our children about sex? Yes, well, that's a fishy question, isn't it? Or not? If you think about sex as reproduction, birth control, and all of that, sex is kind of cold, mechanical, and not too interesting. And anybody can read about that in a book. But if we are honest, sex is not about that. It's about this. Sex is about desire. Sex is about adventure. Sex is about creativity. Sex is about being selfish. It's about being demanding. It's about being passive. It's about being active. Sex is about life. Life condensed. That's sex. It's incredibly, incredibly big. It's an amazing subject. Just like violence, it moves the world. It makes very intelligent people do very stupid things. And it creates alliances with the most unlikely partners. That's what sex is about. It's about life, the inexplicable areas of life. In many cases, it's about nameless things, and it's important for us to give it words. So how do we talk to our children about sex? We usually talk to our children about sex exactly in the same way that we talk to ourselves about sex, or we give them the version we think we should have heard at that age. Now, let's try to put this in a bit of perspective. In order to talk to somebody else about something, we have to know how we feel about it. If we want to talk to our children about sex, we need to know what we think about sex. We need to have words for sex. We need to have words about desire. We need to have words about relationship. We need to have words about wildness. We need to have words about all of the parts of the body and the actions that happen. Because sex is not only about the actions, it's about the feelings, and it's about the adventure, and it's about the unknown. That's what sex is about. So how do we talk to our children about sex? First, we talk to ourselves about sex. First, we have a language for sex for ourselves. And then we give them the full speech, but we don't give it one day. It's a constant talk. The same as we talk about food, or we talk about housekeeping, or we talk about work. It can't be the conversation. I don't think anybody has ever had the conversation about work. We can't have the conversation about sex. We can have the conversation about reproduction. But reproduction and sex are completely different. Sex is about adventure and mystery. Reproduction is absolutely mechanical and biological. It has no mystery. And everybody gets it wrong because we leave out the mystery. We leave out the human and the wild part of sex. That's why people get pregnant when they shouldn't. That's why people get into strange affairs or kinky affairs that they cannot handle. So please talk to yourself about sex. And once you've talked to yourself about sex and you know about the world of desire and you know about your own desires, start being available to have conversations about sex the same as you talk about cooking, naturally. Perhaps because you see something on TV with your kid and there's something about sex there, or there is a story about somebody in the neighborhood who's lived a certain experience. And if you want to talk about certain things, about, for instance, contraception, or how to be prudent in sex, or what to expect or not expect, or how to protect yourself against certain undesirable situations like rape, abuse, etc., you can always use that old technique of, I have a friend who has a daughter or a son or whatever that was in this situation. What do you think about it? And then start talking from there. So it's not too direct and it's not too incisive. And remember that your child has their needs. So don't try to suddenly pour all the stuff on them and be efficient. Try to be more natural than efficient, except for emergency situations where, special situations like they're going away for a long time to a family you don't know. Well, they have to know what abuse is. It's very, very common, okay? But then first you have to know what resources you're going to give them. And first you have to know about the world of desire and how to handle that. Let's hope this is some good. We can get into it a lot more. So don't forget, you can ask for your videos. And that's why we're here. See you next week.